花尽くしサザンカ桜に水仙と
One of the studies we just had today is about particular performances with a tanto or a Japanese knife. So just for illustrating, this is, well, it resembles the shape of a tanto knife, and you can see that there is a very sharp tip. So as a matter of fact, usually tanto were had more a straight line in a triangle shape of the tip, so it actually pierces very effectively. So what we are going to talk today is about Kagigiri no ho, or the methods of using the knife, the tanto, as a mechanism for hooking parts of his body, and then, well, especially when the Shizen people realized that they could use this method, almost this engine, as sort of a way to set positions in which it would be very difficult for the enemy to see or to be aware of what was happening, and always cutting and piercing as well during the configuration of the movement. He attacks me as he wishes. So he's here, he's locking me so I cannot move. So what I first must do is find an angle in which I can draw my tanto, my knife. It could be actually any cutting object, any blade, okay? But as I am cutting, I am also hooking, so he cannot take his arm away easily, and this is done actually in a faster time. So once I'm here, whenever I take his arm out, I am at the same time creating a configuration or a scenario in which I can pierce. Now let's say he blocked. Let's say he could see and he blocked my attack. Now once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook his hand, his arm, and then as I am bringing violently, I'm also entering, so I'm cutting. As I'm cutting, I'm one more time hooking his neck at this time, and then as I'm bringing him down, I am cutting the lateral veins through which blood goes to the brain. So it's a very dangerous situation. So as I'm cutting again, he tries anything he wants. Those are actually free forms. So instead of cutting on the outer side of the arm, I will just find my way through the inner part of his arm, so I can cut and pierce on the armpit. Okay? Once I'm here, he tries anything he wishes. Again, once I'm already here, cutting arm, piercing on neck. Once again, I'm taking my distance from him. At the same time, he cannot get away. So once again, armpit. Okay, and using the hook, whether with the knife itself, for example, once I'm here, okay, he has to protect his kidneys, which are right here. If he tries to protect his kidneys, I have cut the front part of his body, his abdomen, on a higher position, right here. Then once again, he tries to come, and once again, I'm here. I am cutting, I'm entering, he blocks. If he doesn't block,
In もしぼし踏みもよこすな頼りもするの
We'll go through his neck, his throat, his face. Okay, so once he blocks, I'm already here cutting. Remember the internal parts of his arm. As I'm here, I am once again hooking, piercing ribs. Okay, as I'm piercing ribs, I am already on his back, so he can't actually see. And again, once I have hooked, piercing armpit, piercing through the soft tissues of biceps, of muscles, so he cannot use his arms for this kind of pulling mechanism anymore. And once I'm here, using the hook again, breaking ribs or the sternum bone and piercing violently. Let's see it here. Just remembering that Shizen people, once we are here, it is a practice of ancient life and death situations using a knife piercing, using this kind of impact mechanism. So even actually this came from the need regarding the situation in which the enemy, the samurai, was wearing yoroi. So very often, although he could be strong, this wouldn't pierce thoroughly. But if this happens, okay, if this happens, perforation was almost certain. Okay, so let's see one more, 3 examples. Now he has a tanto at his hands, an extremely dangerous weapon. So let's say as he's here, say as I'm entering, and as I'm entering, trying to reach for a breach on his guard, now he held me, okay, very strong, and he will try to cut my hand. So what I have to do is, once again, cut and make him defend, obligate him a defense. Now, as I'm here using the bottom, or say the kashira of the tanto, so right here I can use this. So now in this position, what I have done is, if he tries to take his arm violently, very in just one rough movement, tanto gets in him, inside him, it pierces him. Well, so these are some some brief explanations about the method of Kagigiri that we just saw, part of the Shizen culture. And of course, this is an anthropological view, a broad view we can say about this method, but let's see, it is something that suited for that time, for that period of time. And obviously, if one would use this for the current world and the current situations, one would have to shape it, to think this over, and maybe adapt a piece here and a piece that, and a piece there of this method. Okay? Thank you very much.
お花そうそう今しばし海もよこすな頼りもするな僕の勉強の邪魔になるよいしょやがて卒のねあか月は天下晴れてのつのじゃもの朝のさあなたそりゃ無理ね